In the early 2000s, a shadow began to lengthen across the Middle East. Iran, a nation with a long history of animosity towards the West, was quietly embarking on a clandestine nuclear program. The discovery of a secret uranium enrichment facility at Natanz in 2002 sent shockwaves through the international community. This revelation confirmed the worst fears of many. Iran was actively pursuing the capability to produce nuclear weapons. The facility at Natanz, buried deep beneath the desert sand, became a focal point of global anxiety. It represented a direct challenge to the global non-proliferation regime and a potential trigger for regional instability. The revelation of Iran's clandestine activities set alarm bells ringing in Western capitals. The United States and its allies viewed a nuclear-armed Iran as an unacceptable threat. The specter of a nuclear arms race in the volatile Middle East loomed large. Diplomatic efforts to persuade Iran to halt its enrichment program faltered. The situation presented a strategic dilemma: how to neutralize the Iranian nuclear threat without resorting to a potentially catastrophic military strike? This question haunted the minds of policymakers and intelligence officials in Washington and beyond. The stakes were incredibly high, and the margin for error was razor thin. The fate of the Middle East, and perhaps the world, hung in the balance. The search for an alternative solution led to the shadowy realm of cyber warfare. A bold plan began to take shape, one that would leverage the cutting edge of computer technology to deliver a devastating blow to Iran's nuclear ambitions. This plan, conceived in secrecy and executed with surgical precision, would come to be known as Operation Olympic Games, and at its heart lay a sophisticated and deadly cyber weapon known as Stuxnet. The creation of Stuxnet was a highly classified operation, shrouded in secrecy and deniability. It brought together the combined expertise of the United States Central Intelligence Agency and Israel's Unit 8200, a renowned signals intelligence agency. This unprecedented collaboration marked a new chapter in the annals of cyber warfare. Realizing the scale of the challenge, the CIA sought the expertise of their Israeli counterparts in Unit 8200. This elite unit, known for its prowess in cyber operations, brought a wealth of technical knowledge and a deep understanding of Iran's systems to the table. The collaboration between these two intelligence powerhouses was as intense as it was secretive, driven by a shared sense of urgency and the immense stakes involved. To ensure the success of their mission, the architects of Stuxnet knew they needed to understand their target intimately. A precise replica of Iran's Natanz facility was meticulously constructed at a top-secret location. This allowed the team to test and refine their digital weapon in a realistic environment, ensuring it would function flawlessly when deployed. The development and testing of Stuxnet was a monumental undertaking, pushing the boundaries of cyber technology and requiring unprecedented levels of coordination and secrecy. The success of the mission hinged on the ability of the joint team to anticipate and overcome any potential obstacle. Each line of code, every digital pathway, was meticulously crafted to ensure the weapon would reach its target and achieve its intended effect. Stuxnet was not just a virus, it was a digital masterpiece, meticulously engineered to infiltrate and sabotage a highly secure industrial control system. Its sophistication and complexity were unlike anything seen before, setting a new benchmark in cyber warfare. At the heart of Stuxnet's design lay an ingenious combination of stealth, deception, and precision targeting. The malware exploited 4 previously unknown vulnerabilities, known as zero-day exploits, in Microsoft Windows. These flaws, unknown to Microsoft and antivirus companies at the time, provided Stuxnet with multiple pathways to penetrate the supposedly secure systems at Natanz. Once inside, Stuxnet's creators employed a clever ruse to mask its presence. The malware would record the normal operating data of the centrifuges, playing it back to the control systems to create an illusion of normalcy. This deception was crucial, as it allowed Stuxnet to operate undetected for an extended period, maximizing its impact. The true genius of Stuxnet lay in its ability to jump the air gap. This meant it could spread from infected computers that were not physically connected to the internet to those that were. This ability to bridge the divide between the physical and digital worlds made Stuxnet a game-changer in cyber warfare. Section 4. Infiltrating the impregnable Stuxnet's deployment at Natanz. Infiltrating Natanz, a facility designed to be impervious to external threats, was no easy feat. Stuxnet needed to bypass multiple layers of security, both physical and digital, to reach its target, the Programmable Logic Controllers, or PLCs, responsible for controlling the speed of the uranium enrichment centrifuges. The initial infection vector remains a subject of speculation, but it is believed that an unwitting insider, possibly a contractor working at Natanz, unknowingly carried a USB drive infected with Stuxnet into the facility. This seemingly innocuous act breached the facility's defenses, allowing the digital intruder to gain a foothold within its network. Once inside, Stuxnet began its covert operation, meticulously seeking out its target, the Siemens PLCs responsible for regulating the delicate uranium enrichment process. The malware moved with surgical precision, exploiting a series of vulnerabilities to gain access to the heart of Natanz's operational systems. Stuxnet's creators had anticipated the challenges of operating in a highly secure environment. They designed the malware to be patient and stealthy, waiting for the perfect opportunity to strike. This combination of technical prowess and strategic cunning proved to be a winning formula, allowing Stuxnet to operate undetected for months within the supposedly impenetrable walls of Natanz. As Stuxnet silently wreaked havoc within the walls of Natanz, its creators watched and waited. But every covert operation has its risks, and Stuxnet was no exception. The moment of discovery came not from the Iranians themselves, but from cybersecurity experts across the world who began to notice peculiar anomalies on their systems. These anomalies led to a deep dive into the malware's code, revealing Stuxnet's complex and sophisticated nature. The discovery sent shockwaves through the cybersecurity community. This wasn't just another piece of malicious software, it was a game changer. The realization dawned that Stuxnet was a state-sponsored weapon, designed for a specific target with unprecedented precision. The experts who uncovered Stuxnet's existence scrambled to understand its full implications. Detailed analyses of the code revealed its multi-layered approach and the zero-day vulnerabilities it exploited. This was a watershed moment in the world of cybersecurity, a wake-up call that digital warfare had entered a new era. As the news of Stuxnet's discovery broke, governments and corporations worldwide were forced to re-evaluate their cybersecurity measures. The malware's complexity and sophistication underscored the need for robust defenses against similar threats. It became clear that no system, no matter how secure it seemed, was entirely safe from such advanced cyberweapons. Stuxnet's discovery marked a turning point not just for Iran, but for the entire world. It highlighted the vulnerabilities inherent in our increasingly digital and interconnected world, ushering in a new age of cyber warfare where the battlefield is invisible and the stakes are higher than ever before. As the world began to grapple with the implications of Stuxnet's discovery, experts turned their attention to understanding the technical mastery behind this unprecedented cyberweapon. Stuxnet was not just any malware. It was a meticulously engineered piece of software designed with sophisticated precision. At its core, Stuxnet exploited 4 zero-day vulnerabilities, a rare and valuable find in the cybersecurity world. These vulnerabilities allowed the worm to infiltrate systems undetected, bypassing traditional security measures with ease. Such exploits are difficult to discover and even harder to weaponize, highlighting the advanced skills of Stuxnet's creators. To further evade detection, Stuxnet employed stolen digital certificates, which it used to appear as legitimate software. These certificates, taken from reputable companies, allowed the malware to operate under the radar, avoiding suspicion and scrutiny from security systems. The worm's design was multi-layered and highly adaptive. Upon infecting a system, it would first check if it was the intended target, the Siemens PLCs used in Iran's nuclear facilities. If the target was not a match, Stuxnet would remain dormant, reducing the risk of detection. If the target was correct, it would proceed to manipulate the industrial processes, causing physical damage while reporting normal operations to monitoring systems. Another remarkable aspect of Stuxnet was its ability to update itself. The malware could receive new instructions and updates from its creators, allowing it to adapt and evolve as necessary. This level of control and flexibility was unprecedented, making Stuxnet a formidable tool in the realm of cyber warfare. The intricacies of Stuxnet's design showcased a level of technical expertise that stunned the cybersecurity community. It was a wake-up call, revealing that the digital landscape had become a new battleground, where invisible weapons could wreak havoc on critical infrastructure without a single shot being fired. As the details of Stuxnet's technical brilliance came to light, it became clear that this was not just a random act of cyber vandalism, but a carefully planned and executed operation. The world would never view cybersecurity the same way again, as the bar for digital warfare had been irrevocably raised. As the dust settled after the discovery of Stuxnet, the world began to grapple with its far-reaching implications. The unveiling of this sophisticated cyberweapon was a wake-up call that resonated across the globe, prompting governments, corporations, and individuals to reevaluate their cybersecurity measures. The immediate aftermath saw a surge in awareness about the vulnerabilities that exist within critical infrastructure. Industries that had previously considered themselves immune to cyber threats were now on high alert. The realization that a piece of code could cause tangible physical damage was a paradigm shift that redefined the very nature of warfare and security. In response, cybersecurity measures were rapidly advanced. Organizations invested heavily in fortifying their defenses, developing more robust detection systems, and conducting thorough audits of their digital assets. The focus shifted from merely preventing intrusions to proactively hunting for threats and understanding the tactics, techniques, and procedures used by cyber adversaries. Governments around the world also took significant steps. New policies and regulations were introduced to safeguard critical infrastructure, and international collaborations were strengthened to combat the growing menace of cyber warfare. The era of digital arms control had begun, with nations recognizing the need for cooperation to prevent the escalation of cyber conflicts. For attackers, Stuxnet served as both a blueprint and a cautionary tale. While it demonstrated the potential of cyber weapons, it also highlighted the risks of exposure and the global consequences that could follow. The creators of Stuxnet had set a new standard, but they had also shown the world the importance of operational security and the need for plausible deniability in cyber operations. Defenders, on the other hand, learned valuable lessons about resilience and adaptability. The importance of layered security, continuous monitoring, and incident response capabilities became more apparent than ever. The cybersecurity community rallied together, sharing knowledge and developing new strategies to stay ahead of the ever-evolving threat landscape. Stuxnet's legacy is a complex one. It marked a turning point in the history of cyber warfare, transforming theoretical possibilities into stark reality. The lessons learned from this groundbreaking operation continue to shape the strategies and technologies used to protect our digital world today. As we move forward, the story of Stuxnet serves as a reminder of the delicate balance between innovation and security, and the ongoing battle to safeguard our interconnected world from the invisible threats that lurk in the shadows. As the world came to terms with the technological marvel that was Stuxnet, a deeper, more profound discussion began to unfold. The ethical implications of cyber warfare had finally come to the forefront, raising questions that had long been simmering beneath the surface. The deployment of Stuxnet was not just a technical achievement, it was a strategic gamble with far-reaching moral consequences. One of the most pressing concerns was the potential for collateral damage. Although Stuxnet was designed to specifically target Iran's Natanz nuclear facility, its spread to other systems worldwide highlighted the inherent risks in deploying such cyber weapons. The unintended consequences could have been catastrophic, affecting critical infrastructure and civilian systems far beyond the intended target. Another significant ethical challenge lies in the attribution of cyber attacks. Unlike traditional warfare, where the aggressor is often identifiable, the anonymity of cyberspace complicates the process of determining responsibility. This ambiguity can lead to false accusations, retaliatory strikes, and escalating conflicts, all based on incomplete or misleading information. The debate over the rules of engagement in cyberspace also intensified. Traditional laws of war, designed for physical confrontations, seemed inadequate for the digital battlefield. What constitutes an act of war in cyberspace? When is a cyber response justified, and what should it entail? These questions remain largely unanswered, leaving a void that international bodies and governments are still struggling to fill. Furthermore, the ethical considerations extend to the very development of these cyber weapons. The resources and expertise required to create something like Stuxnet are substantial, often involving state actors and large-scale collaborations. This raises concerns about the proliferation of such capabilities and the potential for them to fall into the hands of less scrupulous entities, including rogue states and non-state actors. The creators of Stuxnet faced their own ethical dilemmas. While their objective was to hinder Iran's nuclear ambitions, they had to balance this goal against the broader implications of their actions. Their work opened the door to a new era of warfare, one where the line between combatant and civilian becomes increasingly blurred. As the dust settles, the ethical questions surrounding Stuxnet and cyber warfare remain as pertinent as ever. The need for a comprehensive framework to govern the use of cyber weapons is clear. International cooperation and dialogue are essential to develop norms and regulations that can prevent the misuse of these powerful tools. In the end, the story of Stuxnet is not just a tale of technological prowess, it is a cautionary narrative that underscores the complex moral landscape of modern warfare. As we continue to navigate this uncharted territory, the ethical implications of our actions in cyberspace will remain a critical consideration, shaping the future of global security and stability.